Hey there, Alawapad, dear friends. So, yesterday, the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the U.S. addressed a hot topic, and I thought that it would be fun to read it to you. So, it's called On the Question of Vaccination. July 17th, 2019, to the American Baha'i community. Dearly loved friends, in response to many queries we have been receiving regarding the subject of vaccinations and the familiar process of immunization to infectious disease, we wish to share with you a few brief comments. We are all aware of the heated controversy currently surrounding this subject. While we sympathize with the friend's natural desire for authoritative guidance on how to respond to it, the faith institutions are not equipped to make pronouncements on such matters. What we can do is refer you to the attached supplementary document, which I will read to you, which provides a compilation of relevant passages from the letters of the beloved guardian Shoghi Effendi and the Universal House of Justice that should be helpful in guiding your thinking. We wish to note that the guidance emphasizes the importance of seeking advice from a trusted physician. We further note that the compliance with any state or municipal laws regarding vaccination is also emphasized. We hope that the friends will study the attached guidance with care and will recognize that at present a range of opinions on this subject is possible. We trust that the friends will rise to principle in this as in all regards and will not allow this matter to become a cause of contention and disunity within our community. I love that. That goes for so many things. Not allow this matter to become a cause of contention and disunity within our community. Our confidence is high that, fortified by the guidance supplied in the attached compilations, the Friends' understanding of this subject will be advanced, and any confusion or disagreement that may have arisen about it will be easily erased. With loving Baha'i greetings, Kenneth E. Bowers, Secretary, National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the U.S. All right, you guys. So I shall jump into this compilation on the question of vaccination. This first quote is written on behalf of the guardian to an individual believer, 1943. Regarding your question about vaccination, there are technical matters which have not been specifically mentioned in the teachings, and consequently, the guardian cannot make any statement about them. No doubt, medical science will progress tremendously as time goes by and the treatment of disease become more perfect. This is from a letter dated 15 February 1957, written on behalf of the guardian. There is nothing in the Baha'i teachings regarding vaccinations, but only general indications about health. Therefore, the guardian cannot advise you on this subject. One thing is clear, that Baha'u'llah has said we should consult a good physician if we are ill, and as good physicians nowadays prescribe mostly drugs, it would not seem that a Baha'i could refuse to take them. However, they are free to use their own judgment as to what kind of physician they consider a good physician. And ultimately, decision as to whether to have one's child vaccinated or not must rest with the parents in consultation with the doctor whom they rely. This is 1981, written on behalf of the Universal House of Justice. Finally, you comment that the law, presumably in ... gives the option to religions to state a preference about immunization, but not about healing methods. And you ask, why cannot a Baha'i use the Baha'i writings to support an individual's request not to have an immunization? The House of Justice confirms the letter your National Spiritual Assembly wrote to your local Spiritual Assembly about the matter and points out that your daughter's citation of Baha'i scripture in support of her application must have given the impression that the Baha'i faith is against immunization. For your information, the following extract from a letter written on behalf of Shoghi Effendi to an individual believer on the 26th of March, 1943, is shared with you. And here's the quote. He feels that if you are contemplating writing a book dealing with various schools of medicine, you should not associate it in any way with the Baha'i teachings, as this is a highly specialized subject and there are very few references in the teachings to these matters. It is premature to try and elaborate on a few general references to health and medicine made in our holy scriptures. This is 1986, written on behalf of the Universal House of Justice to a National Spiritual Assembly. It is important that national Baha'i communities give careful attention to improving the community life of the villagers. As your letter suggests, the implementation of an immunization program for the children of the ... is very important, and it is highly commendable that the Baha'i Friend should be engaged in this work. From the House, on behalf of the House, 2008. The Universal House of Justice received your email letter of 17 April 2008 regarding the possibility of being excused from vaccinations on religious grounds, and has directed us to respond as follows. As there is no prohibition in the writings against vaccinations, this is a matter left to the individuals concerned to decide, and consequently, there are no grounds upon which a Baha'i could claim religious exemption. That has come through very clearly. National pointed that out to us also. Okay, November 12, 2012, written on behalf of the Universal House of Justice to an individual. The Universal House of Justice has received your email letter of 22 October 2012 requesting guidance on whether it is advisable for your daughter to receive the meningitis vaccine required at her school, and has asked us to provide the following response. Nothing has been found in the Baha'i writings on the subject of vaccinations or their prohibition, and it is left to each believer to consult competent physicians in this regard. If one finds that there are differing views within the medical community on the matter, it is suggested that the Friends distinguish between doctors who are well trained in medical sciences and those who are not, keeping in mind that the faith is not associated with any particular school of medical theory or practice. Further, since there is no prohibition against immunization in the teachings, should one decide to forego vaccination, the impression should not be created that the decision is based on religious grounds. If after consultation with competent physicians you are unable to make a decision, you are encouraged to turn to family members, friends, or individuals whose judgment you trust. All right, dear friends. Well, I pretty much just read it to you. I don't think it's appropriate to add any commentary. It's very clear that we have certain guidance and we are asked to follow it. And there's a lot of room for individual interpretation and expression of, like, who do we view as a trustworthy, competent physician, and so on and so forth. But I welcome your comments. I'm aware this is sort of a hot topic, but it's also going to provide a lot of clarity for us as well. So have a great day, you guys. Thank you for studying with me. I have links for both of these letters below. Always remember, like, subscribe. It'll help other people find this channel. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.